Hello everyone, this is Greyshot 17. Well, that's more pleasant than the last game I've had. In any case, welcome to another Company vs. 2 replay. If you'd like to send in your own replay, you can do so via my Facebook channel or my email, both located on the YouTube page. Just check up on the link. You don't know how to send in a replay, I have a video for it. Again, you can easily look that through my previous videos. It's how to send a COH2 replay. But in any capacity, no matter what the replay is, if it's an MLG game, it's a game with friends, or a game with a public match, I will take a look. Even if it's a mod game, I actually want to see it. My tank killer and my brother recently found a mod which has zombies in it, and I am very stoked for it. I really want to possibly do a game on it live, and me versus a zombie threat, or me as the zombie threat fighting. That would be really, really, really cool in my book. But in any case, this is a 4v4 game, and by the way, I take 1v1s, 2v2s, 3v3s, and 4v4s before anyone asks. I'm tired of being like, oh, you the 4v4 guy, or oh, you the 1v1 guy? I'm like, no, I'm the all-around guy. And take anything that is good or entertaining to the audience. Don't give me something in which the enemy quits out in the first minute, and don't give me something that literally is an hour and a half from players lower than 20 and don't know how to use a King Tiger. I will not take that replay and use it, but I will show you this replay because it shows you the unfortunate decommission of the B4, and I am sorry to say my favorite unit in the game is just not up to what it once was. However, I will show you what has replaced it, and I am sad to see it. But in any capacity, let me show there, of course, who's playing. It is myself, it is Redman, it is Earth and GTA, all allies versus Till, Jay, Player, and Vasil. Probably a name that I'm mispronouncing, but whatever. I am Soviet, along with Redman, and of course my Earth is the British player, and of course GTA is American. Seriously, he is like a crazy American redneck, but you know that's just me. Just saying. Now, luckily, of course, we have Earth, who unfortunately kind of pushed over by GTA, but he is coming back over here to grab fuel. We have a Vickers over here, again, trying to help out. Kind of pathfinding issue, but whatever. We can also see here that Jay is also pushed up here. They want to try to take control of this point, stop us from getting fuel, and cause as much havoc as possible. Unfortunately for them, I put an MG in this location, which also helps over here. Maybe asking why? Well, there's a little window right here I can fire from, which kind of also suppresses over here. Have some men over here. They managed to try to push back this Kubel. Unfortunately, that did not work as planned, so I have to pull them back. Redman's over here, doing quite a lot of damage to Till. Again, stopping those Stern Pioneers, and if he's going to let him there, they will continue to be pretty much slaughtered by that MG, because again, yeah, he kind of forgot. And before you say, oh, Greyshot, they're low-level players, how would they even know to retreat those units? Well, Jay was that guy, and he was level 100, so you can't say that. I think he was that. Anyway. Whatever. Anyway, we can also see here, this is my team. So, pretty higher ranked. I would say we have the advantage for this game. But, again, we're allies. So of course, allies are underpowered or overpowered, depending on whatever you look at it. Now, of course, this guy does a really smart move. He's going to move his Stern Pioneers back and forth. As I set up my NG, he's going to move back and forth, and it's going to drive me crazy because I'm just trying to take out this guy. Luckily, I do have a few people shooting. I'm going to put my conscripts there to hold them in place. They may not win, but the MG will at least suppress them, which will give me victory. Now, of course, the MG is going to switch over here. Focus fire on those men and the Kubel, and I will move up my men, of course, to try to help hold this point as much as possible. Unfortunately, as you can see, we can see Jay and Till. Hopefully, those are, yep. Over here, they're putting down their medical trucks again to continue the assault and the continued forces. Unfortunately, Redman is going to have some big issues, and we'll see that very shortly. Now, coming in from behind, trying to again, he has not put up a truck, so we don't have to worry about fire grenades just yet. But again, it is a major annoyance that they are again sending all their men. And we can see here again they have an MG. They got an MG-34 because they went the Luftwaffe ground forces. And this, I will show you. Again, I used to like this doctrine. I think in a recent how-to video I said this doctrine sucks. I will show you why this doctrine sucks momentarily. Now, of course, we also have elite troops. Luftwaffe, by the way, deployed behind enemy lines. And also, of course, you have airborne assault, which is a bunch of planes firing around, and then they take the position. We have an MG also as well, that, as you can see here, is doing okay. Not that great. Technically, the MG, this one will do a better job. I mean, you can see here, oh, it's winning because it fired right before they get stationed. But as you can see here, I am going to counter this because of the fact I have a flamethrower, and flamethrowers doing massive amount of damage against guys in buildings. You also see here again, we have a GTA moving up his rifleman, gonna do some damage as they retreat, and he's gonna come over here and make sure he holds this point. If I have any doubt over GTA, is the fact that again, he may be moving his troops a little bit too condensedly, and there could be a mine or something over here, but otherwise, he's doing a really good job at holding back the enemy, so I really can't complain. This bunker's in like the weirdest spot possible, and you could say like, oh, the bunker is making sure they don't flank over this way. Well, the obstacle here kind of stops them from really seeing over here, so it could be an issue, as you can see with like fog of war, and you know, it's then you have the direct thing here, which needs to be taken. It's a weird position, very weird. So in any capacity, good. Oh wow, nice job, Redman, just moving up the flame troops, just slowly burning them back. However, as we can see here again, they are doing something very, very bad. We can see here they're getting support guns. We already have 3 support guns, which is, yeah, pretty bad for Redman, because unfortunately Redman, as a Soviet player, does not have access to howitzers, which would be the counter, the antithesis to that, or the mortar encampment, which, again, if you upgrade enough, can be a counter to it. Luckily, again, they move up a Kubel for scouting, but as this field gun shows, it shows that, you know, the Kubel is no longer the once good vehicle once was. No, it can't suppress anything. It's just there for show and tell until, you know, no one cares and it gets hit with an AT round. We can see here Redman trying to push up, but again, he is fighting 2 players. Now, I am fortifying this sector here by placing mines everywhere. I'm going to place mines in all key locations so they can't push up and charge us. Again, that's what I have to do. Now, of course, Redman's being assaulted, and I will make sure that the enemy does not do that by moving up conscripts for a flank. Nice heavy wall, they can't push up this way. I'll make sure, again, Redman can hold his position with everything I can. GTA showing the pretty much sheer firepower of American Riflemen and showing the uselessness of that MG. Really surprised he didn't move up his captain and knock out that bunker, but he probably didn't see it, and he's probably more focused on this little guy. It's the Loops. The Loops, by the way, is an ultimate counter to, of course, really any infantry. It's very, very powerful. Fortunately, the Vickers is going to be overwhelmed. There's a mine right here and a mine right here, and this guy's just right on the edge. Luckily, Earth is able to move back his Vickers and upgraded. I'm sorry, not Vickers. My apologies. That's a Vickers. He moves, although he did lose that. Come on, move up. Nice mine over here, knocks out the stern, and another mine over here knocks out this unit. I'm gonna keep my guy in here because it's not taking that much damage. I'm gonna move over my conscripts, which, by the way, what you would say, why would you move over conscripts? Well, it's very simple. Move them over because, for those who don't know, they have the AT grenade, which is easy to throw. It costs 25 munitions, which, of course, even though I've been wasting on mines, I save it for the allow, and they'll essentially put him down to a low health. I'm gonna wait right here for another round because, again, he's kind of focusing fire on, well, my guy's over here, but which he did kill very quickly. Again, that's why this guy is very good. But luckily, GTA moves over and is being like, you know what, I don't like you very much. Captain with 2 bazookas knocks him out. Like no one's business. Gonna place another mine over here, make sure they can't move up. Yeah. And before you say, oh my god, you know, that's, you know, it's like, why, it's like, oh my god, like, you know, Redman's being a prick. He has no right to say that. 1, 2, and 3 support guns by this guy, and this guy is 1, 2, making a total of 5 support guns. I would easily call 5 support guns a spam. If you a player had 5 Stukas or 5 riflemen in a blob, I would absolutely call that a spam, or maybe 5 AT guns, 5 MGs. Situation does not change. It is spam in my book by having so many of those units. Unfortunately, that's going to cause Redman issue. Luckily, mines, oh glorious mines, cause that unit retreating to instantly implode. and lose that force. Unfortunately, he does take an AT gun, but as you can see, he doesn't have that much of a front line, which unfortunately will allow Redman to at least push back and retake this area, as he has nothing to hold it, only to hit it. In the meantime, I'm kind of spread out thin. I have a mortar here, which kind of is trying to help out. I have an AT gun here that kind of had to deal with that. Vukes and other things that came around, and my MG's over here. My focus has changed while GTA is holding this point along with Earth, and Earth support in mid over here. The main objective for Redman is to hold this munition point for me to support lightly with what I can, but as you can tell, I can't help him entirely. Since they have so much mortar spam, we figured that we couldn't take this position. However, what we could do is take mid, as it's more open and more valuable, since it's more connected to GTA's territory, allowing us a easier way going back and forth. Unfortunately, this guy's building a bunkers, which is going to suck, but luckily, with the American AT gun, the range is impeccable, along with the take aim. Will increase the range further, and as you can see here, he can pretty much fire upon this positioning from this location. Also, I love how GTA has his half-track. You're wondering how? It's very simple. He has the M5 half-track transport, which can be upgraded to this 50 cal machine gun up top, which is very, very good. Can easily tear about bunkers in a couple of foul swoops, and with an AT gun shot, can easily hold that back. Again, we have an Earth with a British sniper, which can easily hold back the scout car if pushed up. And we can see here again, wow, really? It's not doing anything? I remember this thing tearing apart bunkers before. Whatever, it's giving scouts for the AT gun to hit it, and once it's neutralized, he can always focus fire on something else. Why he ever brought up the scout car, I will never know. But yeah, Earth has an AT gun, again, which shot him before, easily taking that unit out. And as you can see here, it's causing suppression, which unfortunately makes him unable to move up. Nice mine location, again, if GTA just bum rushes through, but GTA is not that dumb, and he's going to make sure that, again, any assault is pretty much bad for him. Now, if you're wondering how do we deal with all this spam, well, it's very simple. You counter spam with bigger guns. And how do you deal with 3 support guns? Well, ladies and gentlemen, you go the B4. Now, of course, I don't have it upgraded, I don't have nearly that point, but that's what I'm saving up for, and that's my intention, to just wreck him with enough B4 fire to neutralize him. Fortunately, the B4 comparatively is a 203 howitzer compared to the 152. It can only fire 1 shot. Now, as you can see here, my mortar's right over here, basically I'm throwing a nice little fire grenade over the hill, and before I can retreat it, it's going to burn to death, which kind of sucks. Not sure why that mine didn't go off, but whatever. Nice little flamethrower will cause some damage. I like how he instantly comes over just to retreat, and that unit's going to cause some damage. He moves up a support gun for unknown reasons. I think that might have been a misclick. We do have a lot of units coming over here. I have shock troops, however, and shock troops are great close range. One of the benefits of the counterattacks doctrine is the KV heavy armor, or the KV, which is a heavy armor tank, plus trying to kill that unit. Unfortunately, I can't. Also, recon, which is great assistance for allies. The KV, and the B4 howitzer, which is great. But unfortunately, something else would take precedence. Guard mortar tactics is what Redman went, and you can see that he gets T-34s, he gets the heavy mortar, which is a decent counter he could use. Vehicle repair crew is great for getting vehicles back up and running, again with a lot of munitions. That's always something good to have. And finally, of course, we have the marked target, which is great for you use it over a unit. It makes them more susceptible to enemy AT fire. GTA went the Tactical Support Company, which is the Calliope, which in my opinion is a way better artillery piece than the B4 now, depending on, of course, longer range. But yeah, the Calliope is fantastic. Can't complain. Oh, is that a Stern Pioneer mine? Whatever. Anyway, so whatever. There was a mine there. Maybe it detonated, maybe that was the enemy, who knows. So Till would break through, that's great. Again, assault artillery is great for hitting an enemy position by a point, aka this is always a target on the Yag Tiger, which is a very long range, one of the probably most powerful anti-vehicle armored unit in the game that also is great at killing, of course, fortifications. Counterpoint is very slow, very bulky, and very easy to knock out via planes and also fast tanks. We can see here that Jay and Till went the same doctrine. we have again the elite troops, which I forgot to mention before. They changed it out. Now it's stormtroopers, which again can deploy behind enemy lines, and also Tiger Ace, which is a very, very powerful tank, but again, very susceptible. Now, unfortunately, I move up my Katusha. See this? It backs up into the fence, which again, not sure why. Unfortunately, luckily, Earth has a Firefly over here. He's going to get one shot over here, and I'm just going to you've got to be kidding me. So, of course, I'm going to give revenge. Throw an AT grenade, and as you can see, because World War II was so advanced, so especially Soviet AT grenades, it's heat-seeking, so it just follows him right through and takes out the tank, and the Sherman Firefly at least gets a nice kill. So, good for him. Unfortunately, they are pushing up a lot of forces. They are pushing over a lot of the men over here. So unfortunately, that is a negative. I moved up my Katusha, and again, my Katusha would have been great over here, but alas, I could not use it because of the simple fact that unit the Panzer IV killed it. So right now things are going okay. GTA is once again pushing up, putting up more defenses, making sure they can't puncture here, but also making sure that you can slowly push up over here by neutralizing that other bunker. Now, as you can see here, we do have some Stuka spam. We have double Stukas, which is quite annoying. It's probably the best artillery unit outside of a commander you can get in the game. The B4 is great long range, and of course the indirect fire and Calliope is great. But again, both of those require a doctrine, while the other one does not. So in the main case, I get myself a B4, because why not? However, of course, I do have to know something. Two of their doctrines and commanders have units that can deploy from buildings, so you have to counter that, otherwise they can simply pop out of a building, throw a bundle grenade, and neutralize your artillery piece. And having them do so on a 2 to 3 star artillery piece can be very critical, because again, you want to make sure this thing doesn't decrease in rank. Right now, of course, they have all of these support guns, because why not, all in a nice little area. So I'm going to tell my howitzer to start firing, try to give Redman some help, and, and try to push them back. I'm sending forces over here to kind of support Redman, also make sure they don't hit the flank. Luckily, my mines have been very helpful, again, knocking out a Panther, making sure, again, when they rushed up, it got taken out. Putting more guys over here, essentially making sure that if they rush up or push up, they will face a lot of issue. Luckily, they still have this building, which is great. Unfortunately, they do have double Stukas, which, as you can see, they fired, but didn't really get many targets. But again, double Stuka is always very bad because it's still very, very powerful. GT has a defensive line here, but the Stukas could cause massive damage. But at least he's pushing and has been able to really knock this guy out of his area, which is great for us. You can see the Stuka unfortunately knocks out my MG and pretty much cripples all of these buildings and makes them fall down, which kills my MG. Luckily, again, mine pushes back the scout car. So I am initially starting howitzer fire, again trying to push them back. Unfortunately, I'm not getting as many hits as I would want to. GTA is saving up a lot of manpower. Again, he's America, he gets a lot. Luckily, nice strafing support pushes them back. And they are adapting themselves. They do have a lot of mines in their areas, which can be good and or bad, depending, of course, I guess, what detonates the mine and what's near the mine. They do have some support guns now turning fire on GTA's own units, which is bad. And they do have Panther 4 here. Luckily, there's a Firefly and AT gun, and this Firefly is probably, again, one of the best native AT guns in the game, tank destroyers in the game. Very powerful, very long range, long reload time. Worth it if you have, again, one or two of these things. Especially equipped with rockets, it's a very, very powerful weapon to fight against armor with. Now they're again trying to push up, trying to counter. Luckily we have forces over here preventing them from moving any further. We do have almost done, which can be very bad. You can see multiple planes. They're doing it because they're dropping in Fallschirmjägers over here, which is bad because again we don't have much to counter Fallschirmjägers. And it's funny because those planes, and again, I truly think that's a waste because 250 calls in a bunch of planes, does really nothing at all. And luckily, again, Earth is just moving up a few men with some better weapons, and they easily can take out these Fallschirmjägers. Jesus Christ, they can't talk. Anyway, I've been doing howitzer fire, been trying to neutralize that point, trying to hit a specific HQ positions. Unfortunately, I've just been unable to really hit these positions while they have a nice fortified line and been placing mines all over the place to hold their line and continue to press at, unfortunately, Red Man's position. Luckily, though, I'm trying to help with whatever I got, and right now I have a T-34 help going over to assist. These two guys are kind of fortifying their positions over here. Look, unfortunately for them, they fired their Stukas. Kind of like the worst mob possible. They really did miss. But now, of course, we know where they're firing from. So, GT is going to push up and try to scout to see what they have. Once again, they do another Fallschläger drop over here. Once again, that's 250 munitions. Nice plane fall. But again, it's 250 munitions essentially to get a Fallschläger squad, which we will easily suppress and have to fall back from. So I really don't understand why they keep calling that in. My V4 got a few more, again, a few kills, which I'm grateful for. I was able to hit a direct shot and knock out 2 support guns, which I was very happy for. At least that will relieve pressure in mid. They are pushing up with a lot of men, but not many ET forces, so my tank will be okay. They do move up to Panzer IV, which again, Fireflies will annihilate. So I'm going to keep my T-34 there and move up conscripts to try to help push them back. I know with Obsolete on there, they don't stand a chance, but if at least they can do what I can, they'll put the Panzer IV will be pushed back, and the Fireflies will at least hold this area pretty well. So I'm not at all worried. Again, these things will typically only have 1 Panzerschreck, that's why I'm not worried. Luckily, Red Man's taking his point. Only T-3045s, which is an upgraded T-34, the better gun and better armor. They'll be able to hold this position a lot easier. Luckily, when they try to push another Panzer IV on this side, again with added allied support from the player guy over here, and unfortunately that was met with a resounding failure. Again, mines and AT gun fire really helps out. They could say, oh my god, they have a Panther, but like they said, it's an upgraded T-34 that can typically go toe-to-toe with this thing. You can also see here, again, you have a target, which allows, again, AT fire to pretty much do a lot more damage against that Panther than he really wanted to. And as you can see, just 2 shots bringing up almost death, so he has to pull that thing back. Luckily, again, I do have my B4 on standby, which again, unfortunately can't fire. They can fire be like 45 seconds, so that isn't too bad. Once you get vetted up, it can fire quicker, and also can do direct fire, so it can hit a target specifically, such as a Panther or a fortification. Middle, they're moving up more forces and firing more Stugas. However, and now they're firing on GTA's position, which again, he's pretty much fortified, and unfortunately the shot kind of missed. It could have done really serious damage if they had recon, but alas, they have no doctrine that does flares or anything, which is why my brother would typically go special operations. That way we will have recon, which is invaluable in this game. I really don't get why people just focus on heavy armor. You can have a good tank, but if you don't know where the enemy is, it's useless. Luckily, again, with my recon planes constantly going out, we have an idea of where they are, along with GTA's recon runs, which again allows us to know where the enemy is, which allows us to use artillery fire more, pretty much better than they ever could. Because as you can see, they have 2 Stukas and only have 12 kills, so you can definitely tell they're not able to hit a lot of targets. Unfortunately, they're trying to counter against these mortar spam, and again, he's doing the mortar spam to counter support guns, and these things actually do have a serious range, which is pretty good. I do have an AT gun over here, which is firing over here. Luckily, again, unfortunately, they all lost those, so that is a counter. Luckily, I am repositioning my pretty much gun right over here, and I think I recently fired somewhere. I'm not sure where, but I think I got a kill off something. I think I tried to hit over here, and I hit this building, but I'm not entirely sure. But they are swarming through here with a lot of forces. Red Man's holding with what he's got with an MG. Moving over more men to assist, but I'm also being pushed over here. We have a lot of men and units over there, but luckily Earth, with his awesome Fireflies, are pushing back that armor, so good for him. Also, we can grab some extra brands and stuff, unfortunately, from a lost unit. I love this. So, GTA is like, I'm tired of your Stukas, let me move in with this thing. And don't get me wrong, he did lose the unit, but he knocked out a Stuka, which I love. Absolutely, I adore. Okay, he does a strafing support. Wow, nice plane crash. Again, causing more damage. And it will at least cause them some havoc on their front line. Now, as you can see, called in a KV. And that guy's pretty mad. As you can see here, I fired upon this position, which kind of hurted some of his infantry, and then, which he then, of course, healed. Didn't kill anything, but hey, pretty good. Anyway, Redman throws in a key grenade, stop hopefully pushing it back, and Earth is putting some more pressure on this guy, and pushing them further and further back. Again, out of the two allies, these two over here, again, which would be Player and Vasile, are the more likely guy to be taken out. Oh, I'm sorry, Vasile, probably because he lost his 2-gun. But he doesn't have a lot of men. Also, you can see something over here. I've been placing mines all along these doors. You may be asking yourself, why would I do that? Very simple. He's been focusing on Fallschirmjägers and deploying Fallschirmjägers behind enemy lines. So, of course, the best thing you want to do is place them in positions where, as soon as they pop out of the building, they instantly die. And man, oh man, does he like Fallschirmjägers. I counted after this match. I think he deploys close to 17 units of Fallschirmjägers, which, again, I know some people like Fallschirmjägers, but Jesus. But as you can show, just, again, Fallschirmjägers are okay, but low level. They don't have armor, and easily, but with Bren fire, they can be taken out. Unfortunately, this HQ building, which is slowly being taken out, so again, probably need to heal that. And they are flanking over here with, again, some Fallschirmjägers, which is a big issue. Luckily, again, I do have a solution, which is the KV tank. Once they get healed, I'm moving them up to key locations. That way they can help out, and they can take a lot of hits. It'll take more than a simple Fallschirmjäger Panzerfaust to take them out. But as you can see, I managed to make sure that they couldn't deploy guys close to me, which is the best thing I can hope for. They can always deploy it here, but hey, I can do so much. Again, I can all the buildings around me, so whatever. My B4 is going to consistently keep firing upon this location, so again, I can try to hopefully push them back and support my ally. Speaking of ally, Earth is once again taking this position. Have my KV trying to push back that infantry. I can take out a lot more hits than he can, but this is a really nice combo because again we have a Jackson right back here, so again we have a Panther here. Again, you could always move up the Jackson or the Firefly to start taking this unit, which is exactly what he's going to do. Help me out. Also, I have a KV on here in case they kind of deploy behind enemy lines. Be on standby in case of the worst case scenario. Deploys another Fallschirmjäger, but he keeps it in the building for some damn reason. That's about to die. Keeping my KV back, need to heal it, it's getting low health. Over here, we have Jay, which is, again, preparing a massive assault against Redman, spreading out his forces, so, it'll be a lot harder for him, the NMG, to take him out. Or pretty much his mortars to get a really nice shot off. Luckily, these mortars are doing a really good job, and the T-3045 doing a really nice hit. I believe it was a hit. I think it fired. And also the mortar's doing some nice hits. AT gun needs to heal. Unfortunately, you should pull that thing back. Luckily, I have a T-34 once again on standby to help him out. Gonna move back my gun over here. As you can see, they have double Panthers in this location. Luckily, we also have a Calliope brought to you by GTA, wrecking your day since the Calliope was invented. But yeah, the Calliope will essentially push back their big blobs of infantry and essentially allow them to be okay. I love this. So they try to push over here. Calliope essentially wrecked them absolutely. Still wrecking them. Oh my god, just the utter slaughter. But yeah, that's why you don't come in, that's why you don't send all your men in a small crevice when the enemy has a Calliope on standby. Very bad for your health. Anyway, my KVs are on standby, holding two locations. This location, and you can say, yeah, my KV can't fight a Panther, but you know what can fight a Panther? A Jackson and a Firefly on standby, and as long as you keep focusing on me, these guys can focus on it. And I can take out, although I find it weird that it's like a double bounce. Of all things, like really, luckily I did a B4 shot, kind of hurt them a little bit. T-3045 tried to get another pop shot out of them, but unfortunately, again, you want to try to, you don't want to push up because again, it's enemy territory, and they can very easily light mines. Now I'm going to move up my KV. Well, I think I will. No, I won't. They're going to hide it over here. I think I might send it up. I think. Something's going to happen. We'll see. But they, of course, have a lot of their units stationed over here. And unfortunately, this guy's pushing over here, which is very bad. But luckily, he's going to easily pull back his T-3045s. It would be full round to try to hit him, but I missed, unfortunately. But luckily, T-3045s can easily hold himself off against the Panther. I wouldn't say they're as good as a Panther by themselves, but they can at least go toe-to-toe. With two of them, they can easily, hold them off. Unfortunately, we have another ambush over here. They're trying to push up. KB still here, holding on standby, but unfortunately, I still have to switch to prioritized vehicles until I see this. I'm like, nope, not going to happen. They're going to try to flank GTA, which is a bad thing. He doesn't have the upgrade yet for the MG. Luckily, I'm moving up my KV to deal with this small little incursion. Again, they really don't have a lot of... okay, with the... Yeah, they don't really have a lot of AT forces, so my KV should be relatively okay. This guy's pressing up over here, so they are trying to hit us on all occasions. That was an amazing hit with the Comet. And Comet good against all vehicles. I would say it's like a Pershing or a Panther that's just good against all targets. It has that armor as a Panther, I should say. Lots of T-30-45s pushing up. We're swarming this thing, and yeah. Fortunately, it does hit a mine, and we have another mine? Or is he gonna, nope, kill both Panthers. And now he's gonna pull back slowly but surely. Unfortunately, another mine goes off. This is why I don't like going into enemy territory, because typically there are too many mines. But typically on the scale, since a T-34-85, we were running Red Man. Available here is worth 380, 130, and a Panther on the Vermont side is worth close to 200. I would say that's an easy trade, and 3 Panthers are lost with two T-34-85s lost and 1 KB. So that isn't too bad. Not too bad whatsoever. Also, we can see here the British player. Guess what he went? Dun 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 dun, Commando Regiment, which guess what that means? Heavy bombers coming in, and as they retreat, perfect timing. Could not have been better. So I will sit back, relax, and you guys can enjoy the British bombers. And as they retreat, knocking out both positions, again, you want to make sure it's in the right spot so bombs can hit both. And they're going to retreat all the way back to base, eliminating their forward outposts and their mechanized HQ. Although Red Man is having some issues, and they are laying mines on our territory, which sucks. But nonetheless, we are at least, you know, doing a really good job. I think he's doing automatic... Yeah, he's doing vehicle repairs. They do have this Panzer IV running around the back, but it's funny because, again, it misses my Katyusha, and they're just in a... It's just running around the battlefield. It hasn't really done all that much, just running like heck. Now, of course, we have had some major victories, and especially knocking out the purple guy, aka Till, we can see how he lost a lot of men. That being said, GTA is having some issues here. He has hit, you know, taken a lot of losses, and is still being pounded by the Stuka threat. We do have another Fallschirmjäger drop over here, which is quite annoying, as you can see. Especially since I moved a Katyusha over here and now it's under fire again. I'm like, god dang it, can I just place this thing for Pete's sakes? So I move a KV over, my B-Force continuing to hit the enemy position. Again, I've been trying to hit over here. Unfortunately, the B4 at long range, especially at the end of its range, which you can see it's like right up to there, is not as accurate as closer range. We move the support guns for some reason. I'm assuming they were trying to hit the mortars. But as you can see, these mortars are still very, very powerful. And can hit almost to that point. Earth and myself are refortifying mid, and again, Earth is also sending some force over the right, but unfortunately that mine did hamper them. I'm going to send over what I can, some engineers to assist him, along with some other forces. GTA does a recon run, again, see what the enemy has over here, so most likely he can do a nice Calliope shot, and these Calliopes, by the way, are fantastic. Rate of fire, reduce scouter into rate of fire. Wow, it's all rate of fire. I guess it just turns it more into a Panzer for the hot more you upgrade it. You can see here again another barrage right on where the Stuka is supposed to be. Knocks out that Stuka, rendering their artillery essentially useless. Well, except for the other Stuka over here that keeps escaping us, but whatever. Red Man is continuing to assault over here, do another D4 shot to push back infantry. Unfortunately, you may say, oh my god, is that a long-range AT shot? Yes, it was, because now they're focusing to a YAG. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, they're going heavy armor. And they're making sure they can get all sorts of heavy armor. As you can see, again, both these guys have the ability to get YAGs, and with the amount of, well, resources they're saving up, spoiler, they're going to get both YAGs. So the Yag Tiger is a big blunder for us because it's a lot of open territory, as you can see over here, which makes the Yag extremely deadly for any armor that moves up in his territory. Unless we push up with a lot of units, it's going to be very, very bad for us. Nice plane crash. Anyway, once again, they do another small assault over here. And, well, 3, 2, 1... Wait. Oh, no, you don't have your Calliope. Oh, no. And they do have a lot of, you know, Panzerstrike forces, so again, they do have to worry about armor. Jackson's probably can't stand up to a full salvo, so yeah, I don't think GTO is paying attention. Huh. Okay, note to self, they can survive 4 shots, maybe 5's the limit. We have a Comet coming over here out of KP. We have a oh my god, that was brutal. GTA, again, Calliope close range shot. Those guys didn't stand a chance. I actually think he did that on purpose. Oh my god. Moving up the Panther, thinking they can easily take out the Calliopes, but there's 2 Jacksons right here on a Comet, dude. You're not gonna win. KV's taking a few shots. Stuka's over here. Gonna move up. And then, of course, retreat. I think I move up in there and retreat, and then I'm able to move back, I think. Anyway, Stuka's firing over here, knocks out the damaged Jackson. But yeah, why do you move this thing up? I don't know. Panzer IV cannot fight a Comet. I guess he's like, hey guys, I can participate too. Nice shot with the Comet. Oh boy. Unfortunately, he doesn't have enough for another air supremacy shot, so Earth, we can't use him to take out the bombers, although as much as I would want to hit this position, because you can see it would do a lot of damage, we just can't seem to do that. Although GT does another recon pass, which is pretty nice. He does probably a good set of infantry, although, you know, probably more would be better. Oh yeah, another B4 shot missed, plane crash, very nice. Have infantry scouting us, but again, you really don't want to keep them so tight, because again, the KB and the Comet do a lot of damage. Now, of course, he doesn't have the upgraded rockets, and I feel like a lot of people think these tool-up rockets are great against infantry. Not really. I've never seen this thing, like, kill an entire infantry squad, let alone, like, really hurt it. Anyway, we can see this guy, he's like, okay, what should I do? Let's get a Tiger Ace. Well, that's going to impact your fuel, but he doesn't really care about that, as he has a ton of fuel, but also decreases, of course, manpower by 25%, so he's not going to get a lot of men anytime soon, which is why he's pretty much focusing on armor repair. Good strategy. Unfortunately, the Yag Tiger is moving up and kind of focusing over here. Luckily, I have my 2-star guy over here, just pretty much focusing fire and trying to hold them back. Again, I'll try to keep focusing on the Yag Tiger, do what I can to keep them back. Do a nice shot, try to hit that infantry while they were standstill, but I fired too late and they retreated. Luckily, a nice, really awesome shot from these heavy mortars. Did a really, really nice blow, was able to knock out that opponent. So really, really awesome shot by Redman. Again, you're doing really nice tactics just to hold this point at all costs. Unfortunately, they have a King Tiger, or Tiger Ace, my apologies, holding this point, and Tiger Ace is, as a Tiger, good against all targets, so it will actually do quite a bit against pretty much armor. But luckily, again, he have a lot of forces over here. Calliope shots coming in, and another Calliope, no, my Katusha, my apologies, over here, pushing back their armor and infantry in one fell swoop. Now, they do have a Panther over here, but like they said, I'm a dick. I put mines everywhere, so the mine here crippled it. Mine here further crippled it. And T-3045 knocked it out. Unfortunately, I did throw an AT grenade, which did kill it, and we could have probably stole it, but that is my loss, that's my issue, and my apology to Redman. Now, good thing is, I have 2 B4s now. Why do I have 2 B4s? That way it can focus more fire on hitting Red and help him out as much as possible. As you can see here, though, they are doing breakthrough artillery assault in an effort to break up Redman's defensive line. But as you can see, his defensive line is well far from that area, so he doesn't really have to worry. B4 shots firing, kind of both missed, but whatever. Point is to slowly push them back. Plane crash almost hurting my guys. Great. Also knocked out the building. Stole the mine there just in case. Multiple engineers trying to help out as much as possible. Unfortunately, as you can see here, they have multiple guys over here. Do a nice shot with the KB, knock it out. I think it was the KB, yeah. Anyway, the two tigers over here, I'm like, you know what? Alright. It's like, don't want to chase it because, again, you don't want to, as you can see, they're trying to close the pocket. They're trying to force us down that narrow corridor and take us out. Unfortunately, my guy Shell Shock, which puts it in a very, very bad position. Again, since I can't move it, Shell Shock can't move. Luckily, again, the KV can take a lot of hits. It is abandoned, unfortunately, but whatever. If they try to take it, guaranteed it'll be knocked out. But like I said, GT is a dick with the Calliopes, and every time they try to heal their tank, well, Calliopes are going to open fire. Why he also moves this thing up, I don't understand, because again, it's like, yeah, let's move it closer, even though every time you shoot it and every time it bounces off the top, you can see where it's going. We can see here again, they're firing long range with the gun, try to neutralize it, and he also has the take aim, which allows him to fire further. Very good for us. More artillery coming down over here, trying to neutralize some of their positions and points, along with some more B4 shots coming in. Again, now I'm spraying out the B4, one on the left and one on the right. Oh, actually, no, I still have both over here, but that's what I will be doing, trying in an effort to hold them back. Unfortunately, again, since they have all, this is a good time for the Fallschirmjäger hit, because they have all sorts of, well, guys over here, so that kind of sucks for us. Tiger is so close to taking my mind, so very close, but unfortunately there's no cigar. Again, I put that there in case they want to chase down this main road. Keeping this guy here to kill this, and then I'm going to focus up, move up, and try to neutralize that tank. It's over here. Oh, just a forward point, whatever. But as you can see, they're kind of focusing all their efforts over here, so I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. So my B4 is over here, this one, still ready to fire. Probably fire that pretty shortly. But yeah, this guy now has a Yag, which really sucks, because now, of course, we have two Yags to deal with. And Yags, of course, are very good at fighting armor, and as you can see, that range is really far. Look at that range! Luckily, you can't deal with AT gunfire. And Calliope coming in. Make him fall back. Yeah. Nice Calliope shot. But now they have a bunch of crippled tanks over here, so what are we supposed to do? Well, you know, hit the mine that the guy was next to and detonate all the engineers that were healing it. That's what. Oh, that guy was not expecting that hit. That should keep the Tiger Ace out of commission longer, and I'm moving up more troops. Maybe asking why? Well, as you can see, they really don't have much anti-infantry now. They just have a couple AT guns and whatnot, so I'm going to throw a bunch of AT grenades and instantly retreat, cause some Katusha fire over here to cause some a little bit more damage. Again, slowly pushing them back. And as you can see, while again, Katusha and Calliope fire isn't doing a lot of damage, it is peppering the heavily armored vehicle with some, which should hopefully push them back. And if you're wondering why that happened, well, guess who has a bomb strike? Wow, very close to hitting that king. Wait, he has a king? Oh yeah, because he doesn't have a Yag. But yeah, now we have the bomb strike back up, so if Earth needs to, we can detonate upon the enemy. Luckily, again, the B4 strikes have been okay. Haven't been managed to really hit a decent target, but I have been able to damage their vehicles, but they do repair it, so that sucks. They're moving up more men, but luckily, again, mines are everywhere thanks to Redman, and also we have tanks on standby just in case. Recon planes going out so I can see what to hit. Once again, though, it crashes. Panther's moving up, but Recon, thanks to the flare as well, allows Redman to easily move up. Also see there's no Yag over here, and move up his T-30-45s for defense mode, because again, they don't have anything over there, so he doesn't have to worry about being sniped. Fortunately, they do have a lot of AT forces over here, which does really suck. And as you can see, I'm kind of losing quite a few men in the meantime. KV's trying to be healed. Luckily, we do have a fortification over here. He did put a Boffer, thanks to Earth. Put a Boffer over here to help with anti-infantry in case another blob comes by, which could always happen. Not sure what this guy's up to. Oh wait, he has a Tiger Ace, so we can't get a lot of men. Never mind, he can't do anything. Luckily, the Calliope is peppering this area, trying to push back their infantry enough for Earth to move up and take it. Moving up the King to try to flank along with the Panther. This could be a very, very strategic move that can easily knock us out, or it can be a very great shot for two Jacksons to fire at the rear of a Panther. Either way, it's great for us. Oh boy. I love their, like, yeah, let's move through here. Boom, boom. More fire coming in, trying to push back their artillery and whatnot. Nice shot. Taking that area. Now over here, as you can see, let's knock out the Panther. Red Mail was able to move up his T-30-45s. They do have some AT guns and whatnot. Again, the stolen Soviet ones in particular is annoying. But again, our constant heavier artillery is just slowly pushing them back, which is really, really nice. Again, B4, I think the Calliope is better, honestly, but hey, you can't complain with a 3-star guy. So anyway, trying to, again, waiting for the armor to move up, since this thing's range increased, I can now, it's more accurate, so that's a huge, huge benefit for this B4. Oh, there we go, there's Calliope fire, knocking out these support guns. Yag Tiger taking the shot, saving the support gun. Unfortunately, knocking out this T-30-45 as well, but now they also have a 1-star Yag, which really, really does suck. Moving up Live Stream over here, we have Fulsion Makers over here, which, by the way, yes, they got out of a building, which I did not anticipate, nor could I really place a mine with this thing here, so don't blame me. Unfortunately, they're going after my Katyusha, but you know what's great? Having an MG right here. And as soon as it sees it, my Katyusha is literally directly in front of it, but the unit's pinned. So it's literally the biggest FU you can possibly have, because it's this vital unit right here that they really want to kill, but they can't. And they know if they deploy here again, my MG will instantly suppress them. Well, unfortunately for them, they are pushing up a lot of forces, which kind of sucks. Luckily, my B4s are, again, still hampering them, still firing upon them, so that's pretty good. And luckily they can fire at a pretty good clip, so overall not too worried. Nice strafing run holding back the infantry, and like I said, my KB is on standby. Probably should focus on free fire, but I think I'll get that fixed shortly. Oh, once again, Calliope, do your thing. GTA, you're an evil person with those Calliopes. Evil, absolutely. So they deploy Fulsion Makers from this building, which I'm not sure how they did. I think they played from either here or here. Whatever the case may be, they will kill this Katyusha, which kind of would, no, it does really, really suck. And they're going to try to kill this as well. Luckily, T-30-45 comes to save the day, and some random engineers. So in the meantime, I move my engineers over here, which should help. And I like how he's using a tactic of running them over. Really, really smart. We have a nice bombing raid coming in, trying to push back the Yag. I feel this was a bad location. I feel like over here would be better. Or whatever. The Yags are falling back, actually, so taking more damage in the process. Unfortunately, I don't think this Yag will die, most likely. But again, at least the bombers will hold them back. On the left side, we have, of course, the Comet. Doing a pretty good job pushing back that Tiger Ace, doing a pretty good amount of damage, holding back the infantry as well. We do have a random Verkenwiffer, but like you said, luckily the Comets are not moving too far up. We have this one kind of sneak attack coming in like very, very quietly through the flank. Also, we have this KB coming in. I was trying to kill this thing, but unfortunately I just could not. So unfortunately I did lose it. But it was hit by a mine, so there's not much I could really do. My goal was to try and knock out this Yag because it was close to dying, but unfortunately I realized I could not do that. Which sucks. Really, really does suck. Oh, there we go. Haha. Unfortunately, this unit did die, so it rendered it back to 1-star, which really does suck. But on the positive note, you know, at least I was able to re-man it, so I'll call that a victory. Constant Calliope fire over here causes a lot of damage. Put mines outside the house. Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. So anyway, unfortunately, they're kind of relying on heavy armor, so we're slowly but surely dealing with that. Again, we have a lot of tank destroyers, a lot of comets. We have a good wide range of vehicles, which is something that I feel a lot of people just go one thing, and they think that will win in the game. Honestly, it won't. You need a nice wide selection of forces, and all working together. Now, unfortunately, I truly think we could have easily pushed this area and kind of flanked it through the right, but whatever. Now, he likes how he wastes his super airstrike. Again, just like, oh my god, come in. You know these things can't play demos, right? You know these things can't do that. So, what's your goal? Also, again, easy KV comes in, comment, easy come in, easy go. Mortars being like, okay, we got him. Oh yeah, he's happy because it pulled 3 tanks back. I'm like, you're not really attacking us, so there's really no threat. Anyway, Redman's again still causing some havoc over here, trying to make sure they don't take his munitions point, which has been very vital. Very vital. Redman's been fighting tooth and nail for this point, so I can't complain whatsoever. His mortar's still doing okay, 2, 3 stars respectively. Or at least close to getting those. Moving up infantry, again, a nice guards rifle. Again, if you get them upgraded, it can be very, very effective against enemy forces. Nice mortar hit. Unfortunately, I do have a lot of force over here, but again, as long as you keep RB in position, it's easier to neutralize that. KV taking the brunt of the fire while the comms come around, do some nice long-range shots. Even though they bounced, which kind of sucks. Once again, putting more mines in some key locations, make sure, again, if they come out of the building, I will be prepared. Fortunately, we do have a lot of armored units over here, but as you can see, we have something coming in. Oh, what is it per se? Another bomb strike. Oh, how... Oh, the joy. So I will back up a little bit, and I'll let you see the incoming bomb strike. Also, Panther doing a lot of... B4 doing a lot of damage to that Panther, which is very surprisingly killed. Kind of a bad one. I think right back here would have been better, but you know, whatever. As long as they cause massive damage, I can't complain. I like how we moved in, did a few shots, and ran. Oh, that's great. But yeah, honestly, I think I was just bad with the B4s. I think I could have done better if I would have pretty much focused fire a little bit more on the positions, these like fortified positions. But I can't say I didn't give them heck. I did hit a lot of their armored units, infantry units, stuff like that. So, yeah, and they were pretty much just support. And as long as they were being an annoyance to them, I can't complain. And honestly, as much as I would want to get Katyushas, GTA had the Calliope situation pretty much on the wrap. So I couldn't really complain in that regard. Moving out more armor, but like I said, the armor engagement is something that while they could easily win at, the issue right now is capping points, which they simply cannot do. And this guy doesn't have enough points for his airborne assault, so he can't do another thing all there. Like that again, B4 is on standby. I think this one got a kill off something. No, or it hit. Oh wow, they actually stole my KV. I never knew. Luckily, Jackson's moving up, trying to flank the King Tiger. Oh yeah, I keep sending my plane in. It keeps crashing. Gonna swarm in the last few seconds, just break them. Knock out the King Tiger, knock out the Panther, come around, hit the Yag. T-30-45s were coming in from the flank as well, so they would have been completely flanked and knocked out. Could we have probably survived that? Yeah, because they're so low health that we could sneeze on them and probably take them out. KVs are also moving up, so there's that. Overall, that probably could have been over quicker, but, you know, whatever. The Calliope was great. Redman did a really great job at fighting 2 people and holding them off. I tried my best. Unfortunately, as the Soviets... The British have heavier armor. Unfortunately, the Soviets, I don't know. They don't have a great attacking tank. The KV is a good mediator, but unless you have like an IS-2 or an IS-152, it's really hard to push up against Panthers and such. Anyway, let's look at score. Of course, Earth and GTA got the highest. GTA got 197 kills. That's the point, essentially showing the power, the absolutely merciless power of the Calliope. Oh my god. Also Comets. Again, a lot of people think Comets suck, but honestly, they are pretty good tanks if you know how to use them. And Earth definitely knew how to use them. Most damage on the enemy team. We can see here that Till got that. Again, most likely his Yag Tiger and stuff were pretty good. Although most kills goes to Jay. And I feel like, again, his support guns were the main reason for that against Redman. So there's that. Yeah, KVs did 25,000, not bad damage, 31 kills. I definitely could have done better with my B4s, but again, the better artillery piece, the Calliope, 134 kills, 21,000 damage, not half bad. Cannot complain whatsoever. Earth, I'm going to guess Comets for you. No, Firefly, 32,000 damage, not too shabby. Fireflies are also great. And Redman for you was a T-3485 with 14,000, not too shabby. You couldn't really fight that many tanks, but at least you held your position valiantly. Yeah, so good for you. Yeah, this Vasile, like, this is when you know you're not doing very well, is when you have pretty much no manpower or anything, and you just have a King Tiger. As you can see there, essentially we whittled them down to nothing, with the constant Calliope fire and artillery fire from our side. So, yeah, they relied on their big heavy tanks, but with nothing to support them, they were pretty much GG'd. In any case, I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.